share with you an instruction video you can follow along, or you can just learn and use in order to prepare for sitting in meditation. Now, the preparation is the most important aspect, because when your body is ready, when you can relax your body, and when all the joints and muscles have been properly warmed up, when your spine has been warmed up, the quality of your meditation is much better. You have less desire to shift around, to move. You have less bodily sensations distracting you from becoming meditative and contemplative and going deeper into mantra meditation, going deeper with your mind into focusing on the aspects that you need. So let's begin. First, we'll warm up a little bit the spine, and then we focus a lot on the legs. You can use this video together with a few asanas, which I will also make a separate video for, the basic asanas, but you can also do it without. So if you don't have time to dedicate to a few asanas in the morning or afternoon, you can at least do the warm-up, and that should already get you ready to get started. Okay, let's begin. So first we're going to sit in this position. We call it the easy pose, just crossing the legs a little bit in front. Grab your shin, so the hard part of your leg over here, the bone, and we start to shift with the chest moving forward, making the inhalation, chin also pushing forward, and then we go to push our back into a rounded position, chin going down, and we exhale. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see. So pulling forward, really pulling with the hands here, and then pushing all the way back with the exhalation. And we do a few of these, invigorating the spine and opening up and waking up the lower back. And we really want to rock on our hip bones here. So we really want to also fall back with the hips. And then as we move forward, we roll the hips over to move forward, and we use the hands for support. And all breathing in yoga is done through the mouth. Most of the breath should be done through the nose. Sorry, not through the mouth. Through the nose. And never through the mouth. The only time we can use the mouth is sometimes for exhalation when we get tired, but anyway, it's not desirable, or in specific pranayamas, but regularly we don't. Only the nose. You can go ahead and close the eyes. With the eyes closed, we always look in the center of the forehead, so we roll the eyes up a little bit and towards the center of the forehead with a very soft effort. Very nice. And coming into the center here, we're going to extend our legs forward and hitting the part under the knee against the mat a little bit to release the legs. Now, we're going to use our hands to hold ourselves up, to sit as straight as possible. You can also put your hands on the tops of your fingers like this, like a little tent, but do not do this position. This is not good for your joints and your hands. Either like this or full flat hand. So supporting yourself from the back, and we move one of the legs up, and then we let it drop to the side. Inhale, exhale here. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And you'll notice that with each time, you can go a little bit higher, so the foot comes a little bit closer to you. Maybe in the beginning it comes here. Maybe later on it comes here. And this motion, first, we do it very slowly. This movement is done slowly. And then eventually you can go a little bit faster to the point that you can kind of throw your knee to the side and really opening up and waking up your hip joint, and try to avoid falling back. So try to stay as straight as possible and keeping the other foot also nice and straight. And we go on the other side, and again starting slow. Make sure you can keep breathing through the nose. And a little bit harder and faster. This should feel good, so no pain. You should enjoy the stretching, and you should feel a little bit warmer in the body as the blood starts to flow, and maybe rush a little bit up the spine, since we woke up the spine. Again, keeping your back as straight as possible. And again, we relieve the knees a little bit. Let's come with our feet together, a little bit away from the body, so not too close. A little bit of a distance between your belly and your feet. You can either grab the feet or again support yourself from the back, flat hand or tense. And let our knees do the work. So doing little butterflies, opening now both hips. If you feel comfortable, you can also grab here. Your level of comfort is determined by your ability to hold your back straight. So if in order to reach here, you have to do this is not comfortable. You have to then use this position and your chest stays straight. This is much better for your spine. And we say in yoga with the top of the head as if you're pulling upwards. So this is the position that we want to be in. And then maybe even throughout the movement, you can bring your legs a little bit closer, your feet closer to you, and pull with your hands, pulling your chest open. And again, all of these efforts are only to help you to stay in meditation comfortably. Now, we keep the left foot right in front of the body. We're going to take the right one, and we are going to take the right hand, right leg, cradling from the inside, cradling, so we put the right hand inside and cradling the right foot, and we start to swing it open and closed. If this is not available to you, you can also grab the ankle with both hands and just simply move it left to right. Maybe it's only a small movement, maybe it's only like this for you at the moment, that's fine. So we cradle. The next step, if you feel very comfortable here, is to place the sole of your right foot straight into the left elbow. So we place it in the left elbow, right elbow hugs the knee, and then we have this cradling position in which we can swing the knee. Notice that I'm swinging it both directions, behind me and also closing here. So really opening up that hip joint. You can cradle it like a baby, like this. Both ways is okay. Actually, feeling your body is very important to know where you're going. And placing it down in front of you. And again, left leg, left arm, going from the inside, cradling and opening. Try to keep your back straight without falling back. And we can make the motion as slow as you need, as small as you need. Again, if you can place the sole of your foot and the knee inside the elbows, maybe that's gonna be more comfortable. This makes it a little bit easier to hold if it's available to you. And breathing through the nose, nice and gentle. This time we're going to hold underneath the knee, lifting the knee, and then we go to straighten the leg. We are now stretching this muscle here, because this we need to not only open the hip joints, but we also need to stretch this muscle so we can sit comfortably in our meditation position. So holding this knee as high or as low as you need, okay? So if you go up here and your back starts falling back, again, that's not good for your body yet. You need to sit straight up and hold the knee maybe a little bit away from yourself, a little bit more distance here. Less distance, more distance, depending on your feeling. Holding the leg and start to straighten it. This part, this foot here, should be very relaxed. We don't want to flex it or to point the toe, because then the different part starts to stretch. So this part is relaxed. We're only lifting and going down. Inhale, exhale. Relaxing the foot. Only the leg is working. Very good. Now we're going to let the leg stretch by hanging the leg. So you're either going to grab your ankle and hang the leg. Again, it can go low like this, a little bit higher if you feel that this is comfortable. Now the leg is relaxed, the arm is relaxed, only the hand is grabbing. If you feel comfortable, you can also take 2 fingers, push them in between the big toe and the neighbor toe, and grab the big toe. And in this case, only the fingers are doing the work. So either the hand on the ankle or the two fingers between the big finger and the neighbor finger, and relax completely. Relax the leg, let it hang. Relax the arm as much as possible, and only the fingers are holding. We're letting this part stretch here. What we want to do is imagine that your breath is entering. Follow your breath as it enters the nose and the lungs, as though you can see it. And then as it leaves the body, is that the feeling that you're exhaling with this part, which is feeling the tension and the stretch underneath your leg, as though that muscle is exhaling. And gently lowering it down. Shake your hands a little bit if they get stiff. And we're going on the other side. I'm just going to turn to you. And again, try to stay as still and as straight as possible with the upper body. Grabbing underneath the leg. Open, close, exhale. Open, close. Try to keep your back straight. Top of the head pulling up. Using only the nose for breathing. If you must exhale through the mouth, that's okay. But you always inhale only through the nose. Keep the foot relaxed. And as you inhale and raise the foot, try to keep it. So for example, maybe it only comes up here. Maybe it doesn't straighten. That's okay. Even if it just comes up here, try to make a little pause there. Good, and again, either we grab the ankle and we let the leg stretch, or we grab with our index finger and middle finger between the big toe and the toe that's next to it, and we let the leg hang, keeping the back as straight as possible, using only those fingers for gripping, just the hand. Good, we're gonna cross. You can cross your legs and or shift the legs under you like this and roll over. Or if you're sitting with the legs crossed along your mat, you can just roll over forward. And we're gonna come into our downward facing dog. And from there, we're going to do a few swings, very soft ones. So how we can get into the downward facing dog is first we're gonna arch our back. So we want the hips and the belly and the chest to be closer to each other. So we're going to stand in this position on all fours, knees apart, feet are going directly, legs are going directly out. So we go on the toes, hands are underneath the shoulder, and full contact with all the palm. Okay, so not any part of your hand is lifting. And from here we're going to arch the back, look up, and then push the hips up into the sky at the same time as we try to pull our belly button and our chest and our belly towards the hips. So we keep the knees bent for this. We pull. So you see now my belly is touching my hips. This is what we want, and then we let the head drop. So let's stay here, and then we come onto our knees, step the hand forward, pull our hips a little bit down, open the chest, let the feet drop, and look up. Inhale. And then we're going to exhale, and again, going a little bit back. This time the position will be wider because we move the hands forward. So again, warming up the spine here. Exhale, place the knees down, release the feet, pulling the hips towards the floor, open the chest, and look up. Inhale. And toes into the mat, swinging the hips back, arch your back, and again into the downward facing dog position. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you can inhale through the nose, that's perfect. Maybe you need to slow down, do it even slower, that's okay. If your hands are slipping, shift them. Make sure there is no pain in the lower back. This should be relieving your lower back. And we want to keep the chest as open as possible when we go down. So no slouching. And we come back onto our knees. And we just come to sit in the diamond pose or the rock. So we just sit directly on our heels here. Take a few moments, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths to just stabilize. Wonderful, gently opening the eyes. We're going to grab our mat next to the knees here, and we're going to lift our knees so we swing back onto our feet and waking up those feet a little bit. So you should be rolling on top of your toes, so this part starts to stretch. And we're going to lift a little bit higher now. Exhale. Inhale, engage your core muscles, your belly here, like you're doing a little bit of exercise. And then we go on top of our toes and spread the knees. Okay, so I'm gonna face towards you. So toes together, knees apart. Now I'm gonna sit up a little bit again, doing lots of pressure on top of the feet. In this position, waking up the feet. And take the mat or the floor and release the feet. You can come to sit on top of the feet, spread the knees a little bit. You can try to sit in between the feet as well. This part is stretching. Maybe you need to go higher in the beginning. Make sure that your toes are touching like this, so the feet didn't come open. Toes are touching. Take a few moments. These muscles are going to open up for us. Good. And for the last part of the warm-up, we're going to open our legs all the way as wide as possible and grabbing with our 2 fingers our big toe. We can either straighten the leg if we can keep the chest open, or we keep the knee bent a little bit and we open very gently, open the hand and look behind, chin up, face up, and looking in the direction of the turn. If you feel that you can straighten the leg, keep the belly nice and straight, keep the arms open, shoulders open, or you need to bend the knee, whichever position you need to choose depending on your feeling today. And then we open to the other side. Again, grab that leg, maybe bend it in the beginning. Open very gently to the side. Make sure your chest is open, your shoulders are open. Everything is open, and then you can straighten the leg. And gently coming into the center. Okay, wonderful. And now we are ready, our body is ready. You can also roll the neck a few times, nice and gentle. The way we roll the neck is that we follow the chin, so we make circles or semicircles with the chin. Gently rolling, pulling the right ear to the right shoulder, left ear to the left shoulder. Right hand behind your back, same, left ear to the left shoulder. This intensifies the stretch. And left hand behind the back, right ear to the right shoulder. Take a few moments. Grab your neck with your hands and just doing the same, but now we're flexing the upper part of the neck. And then finally, the chin forward and then in and up. Forward, in and up. Forward, in and up. Try to keep the shoulders in the same position. And rolling the shoulders. And we are ready to sit in the meditation position. For breathing and breath work, it's a bit more advanced, so I can make a separate video. For now, it's enough just to open the left nostril. So we take the right hand, right big finger, close the right nostril, and we breathe into the lower belly, filling the lower belly through the left nostril and exhaling through the left nostril. Same duration of time you inhale as you exhale. now we can choose our meditation position, either with our legs crossed like this, or we can take the half lotus. So one leg is in front and the other leg is on top. So putting this leg on top of this foot, and we keep the sole of the foot turned up. This is a half lotus. Or we can take full lotus if it's available to you, but you should be very comfortable in it. I recommend to start in the half lotus position or just the cross-legged position like this. Hands are in the center, big fingers are connected. Okay, we don't keep the hands open like this. This is for different types of meditation. This is classic one right here. We are centered, gathered. Everything is very dense. We want to keep our body very closed as we want to leave a little bit from the sensations of the body. And a little fun tip is the right index finger can go a little bit outside here. The right hand is on top of the left. So the right index finger symbolizes the ego, goes a little bit out. And we close the eyes, with our eyes looking up again into the center of the forehead. Tongue is rolled up and touching the top of the mouth with the back of the tongue. And we stay in this position. And the meditation technique I will describe in a separate video, which you can just go into. And right now, just take a few deep breaths and become conscious of your breathing. See that your body is fully relaxed, only the lower back is working to support the upright position of the body. I'm going to take a deep breath and say goodbye for this video. You can continue your practice. I hope this video was helpful. You can use any and all of the parts of the warm-up to prepare your body for a deep and high-quality meditation. Thank you so much. Namaskar.